Now you know. This is like choice right here. Perfect. Now hopefully... Oh no, my graphics and stuff are overlapping a bit. Last I checked, it wasn't. I may have to adjust. As always, if the sound volumes are a bit different, anything needs to be raised, lowered, by all means, please let me know. And I can adjust on the fly here. Harvest. Population 51. Not to be confused with Area 51. Totally different. Pay no mind. The basketball rolls down the street with a... Graphics so choice, exactly right. Brings you back. Ooh, shining lights. What is this? Power plant? Xavier's schoolhouse for the gifted. Wait, we're going under. Ooh, we went under that guy's legs. Mario 64. We're going to be jumping through the paintings. Oh. I don't think they have that in Mario 64. Never mind. Oh, and now the graphics are matching up properly. I don't know. Maybe it started widescreen and then it went to how it's going to be. Lead artist designer, Chad. Ooh. You know, it's good when they put the cinematics, or sorry, the credits before the game starts. Music Zorsht Productions. Sound Chris Erlin, Brian Pars. Produced by M. Lee Jacobson. Here's the front, such a good sign. Exactly. That means they're so proud of it. Boom. You gotta know who's bringing this slice of heaven to you. Oh man, I had one of those alarm clocks growing up. Oh no. You can see a guy nips. Uh-oh, I'm sorry everyone, I'm sorry. Ligma. Please wait. Harvester gameplay tips. Press escape to bring up menu options. Never. Oh, actually, I probably should. You can combine objects into new objects by clicking and dragging them on one another. Sound levels can be adjusted in the options menu. Screen too dark? Try adjusting the gamma in the options menu. Check your photo on the inventory screen. It will get worse as you take more damage. Look for special items that will restore your health. After finding required items during the day, night will be the time of mischievous adventure. Double-click the left mouse button on an exit to go through instantly. Use the right mouse button to attack an opponent. Oh geez, so there's actually going to be combat in this kind of game? Oh. This is going to be great. I'm excited. Left click on your character or press I to view inventory. Left click on an object to grab it and right click to put it in inventory. A penny saved is hardly worth the effort. Use your left mouse button to move your character around the screen. If you're stuck on a puzzle, talk to other characters and they will give you clues. Avoid cliches like the plague. Ammunition is precious, so don't waste it. If you get stuck on a puzzle, try using items in crazy illogical ways. Save your game often, especially before trying something crazy, illogical, or dangerous. Holding down the control button plus the arrow keys allows you to attack opponents. That's probably good to know. Look before you leap. The help screen can be helpful, or better yet, read the manual. Oh no! You can pick your friends, and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Come on, please? Please? Right-clicking on some objects in the inventory shows a close-up of that object. Right-clicking on weapons in inventory activates and deactivates them. Press escape to bring up menu options. Okay, and then, yep, we're back to the beginning. Awesome. All right, so that is all the tips. I figured I'd read through them because I do not have the manual. I'm not sure if you can get it on Steam. That's what I've got this through. You might be able to. Oh, well, that's okay. Let's check out these options quickly. We've got sound effects all the way up. Oh, let's turn up this music. Oh, yeah. Well, how bright does this go? Oh, God! Okay. Text. Yes. Door. On. Quick tips. Ooh, what's password? You can enter password? Intriguing. This seems unrelated. Don't know what you're talking about. So what is help? Aha. Mouse controls. Movement. Click the left mouse button while cursor is showing and Steve will walk to the location. Operate. Operate objects. Target. Click the right mouse button to have Steve attack. Take object. Yep, we read all about these. Conversation. Cool. Examine. Beautiful. Alright, that looks fine. And then if you want to use the keyboard, this is what you can do. I'm going to be using the mouse. As American, I don't know if anyone avoids anything like the plague. Oof. Rough. Okay. Sweet. Let's examine this basketball. An official Dust Bowl basketball, autographed by GPF. Ooh, I can click the light? No? A sexy pinup. Oh. Nice. Examine the bed. The mattress is speckled with odd stains. Uh-oh. A photo of a beautiful girl, blonde, about 17 years old. So don't get too excited. A recently watered plastic plant. I don't think you should do that. Examine the acne medicine. Okay. An empty acne medicine container. A pair of plastic binoculars with the lenses melted to the table. Oh, left them out in the sun. Shouldn't do that. You gotta watch out for that stuff. One of your typical wall clocks. Ooh, P47 Thunderbolt. 1/48th scale P47 Thunderbolt with a broken propeller. Aw. Illumination is the key to visibility, just in case you didn't know. A hastily glued P51 Mustang, an exact 1/36th scale. A recently watered plastic plant. I see. Saddle shoes, with the laces knotted together. Obviously, some fat high school girl left it there from the clarinet. Ooh. Record player. Paper doll by the Mills Brothers sits on the turntable. A cheap folding chair, such as you find at swap meets, bingo parlors, and other religious gatherings. In the closet is 7 flannel shirts, accompanied with matching blue jeans, are hanging neatly in the closet. You peer through a thin layer of dust at your reflection. The dresser drawer is unlocked. As of yet, the future isn't so bright. Ooh. Oh, he wrote a cuss word up here. And then there's Steve. A 25-cent piece, dated 1952. Yoink! Want to grab that? What's this, a pen? Shoe marks are visible on the end of this ballpoint pen. Let's grab that. Never know when we might need a pen. It's looking like that's everything in here. Alright. Click the lovely exit sign. A handful of faded hardbacks litter the lower shelf. What about this trash can? An empty trash can, so clean you could eat from it. I don't trust that. Oh my gosh. Oh, hello, Lockdy. For some reason on my monitor, the color blue you've chosen, I can't read it at all. I have to go really close. Today we are playing Harvester. So back how we enjoyed the days of Phantasmagoria, we are returning back to those days of yesteryear. And playing this lovely game. It's funny because there's all these games that are advertised for back then. The most violent of the game out right now. It's like, and then you compare it to other things that we have today, and you sit there going like, well, there's some gruesome parts, but I mean other games where chainsawing aliens and stuff, no problem. Slapping, yeah, all kinds of things. But how you been? It's been a while. What you been up to? Alright, I think that's it for this room. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. There's no pressing any other buttons to highlight things I may have missed. Let's do one last look at the pinup. Love it. I love his shuffle walk. He's really into this.
What?
Who are you?
Leave me alone, Steve, or I'll tell Mom on you.
Ooh, I don't like him already. Oh, I have to type this? Oh no.
Steve, are you talking to me?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be, because I'm trying to watch my cowboy show.
Listen here, you
I'm
little
sorry.
shit.
Look, I'm telling you, I need your help. I've lost my memory.
Have not. Cut it out.
I'm telling you the truth.
You always were a kidder, Steve. Leave me alone. I'm sick.
Sick?
What's wrong with you?
I got a headache and a stomachache.
Then why aren't you in bed?
Because I want to watch my cowboy show.
You look all right to me.
I'm not faking. I couldn't go to school because I'm sick. Daddy's sick in bed too. And Mom believes me anyway. So shut up.
Shut up.
Have you noticed that your show is in black and white?
What else? Color? On a TV?
Well, I think I've seen a colored television before.
Have not.
No way.
Here, I'm gonna tell.
Hey, look at that. Your mother lets you watch this stuff?
Sure. This is part of history. What made America great. And besides, blood and guts are needed.
You've been off hanging out in the summer, all the usual stuff. Nice. It is readable now, yes. I'm not sure if that was just my dark mode. It could be because dark mode. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, you didn't have to change it. If you like that color, by all means, keep it. Don't make me dictate how your name is. It's your name. Little kid shouldn't watch that. You're right. That is really neat. He doesn't look that little.
I'm glad you're catching on, Steve. You're not too bad for a lousy rat.
Hey, you call me a rat. Oh, you do anything for me. Would you pat your head and rub your circles on your stomach at the same time? Can you do that? That was like the biggest thing in schools for a while. Back in this day and age. Oh yeah. Cowboy show.
Have you noticed that your show isn't...
What else?
Well, Hey, look.
What made this?
Little kid shouldn't watch violence.
Well, you can't stop me, so let me alone. Or else.
Else what? Or else what?
Say what?
What?
Say what?
Chicken butt.
Say what?
Okay. I wasn't sure. What about your school?
Okay, why not just tell me where I am?
'Cause that's a dumb question. And you're not fooling me with that magnesia stuff.
Amnesia, you mean? All right, fine. But will you at least tell me what school you go to?
The same school everyone in Harvest graduates from. One way or another.
I don't understand.
You're not supposed to. Yet.
That sounds ominous.
Your dad is asleep?
Tell me about your
He
daddy.
and Mom went at it last night pretty hard.
Whoa.
He stayed in bed. I saw what she did to him. It was pretty bad.
What did she...
Like you don't know. I saw you and her on the couch last Wednesday night. Guess that's why she's grounded now, huh? Too bad you wouldn't pay me and I had to tell, huh?
What are you talking about? What
Wait,
girl?
what?
What? Is there another one too? Wait till I tell.
Wait, what?
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer, it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
Well, you better remember quick, because the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
Leave me alone so
Wait.
I can watch TV.
It just said that he was 7, or the picture of the girl was 17, and they're getting married in 2 weeks?
I said I don't want to talk about her anymore.
That's a weird-looking television. Come to think of it, this whole place looks totally retro.
What do you mean retro? All TVs look alike.
Sure, basically. But this is one old-fashioned clunker.
Old-fashioned? It's brand new.
Oh.
Yeah, but look at the tube. Where's the remote control?
Okay.
What's that?
Now that I think about it, I can't remember.
And what was that you said about retro rockets?
No, retro. It means... Oh man, I know what I mean. That everything here is wrong. But I can't picture the difference.
Then shut up and quit bugging me. I'm watching a terrible show.
Alright, bye.
Good. Fine on.
Now, can I turn it off on him? Old-fashioned console television. Oh, I can't. Ooh, a coloring book. A box of crayons and a range rider coloring book. Oh yeah, there's no remote control, so don't bother looking for that. A stunning depiction of the Earth, made of papier-mâché. Oh, ho, ho. A recently watered plastic plant. See, no, I don't want to go through the exits. A pass-through for the kitchen. A pendulum-driven cuckoo clock, with the cuckoo oddly absent. Alright then. Wait. What's this? There's a glow from behind the cabinet. Fine bone china gleams through the mahogany shelves. Okay. How do I move it? Ah. Maybe I can't do anything with that yet. A box full of newspapers. I'm impressed with it. Like, there's a fire extinguisher right here. A fire extinguisher right here. They're prepared. Okay, let's check out this master bedroom. See how bad my dad's got it. Master bedroom door is firmly locked. Doesn't sound very good at all. Alright, let's go to the kitchen. Get away from that loud... Oh dear. Old-timey indeed. An expertly embroidered old-fashioned wall plaque. A cabinet that smells of dirty diapers. Wait, why would there be dirty diapers in the cabinet? Down in the baby crib. A newborn is sleeping soundly. Fireman Sparky's super foamy fire extinguisher. These cookies are hot out of the oven. I haven't had a good fresh home-baked cookie in a long time. When was the last time any of you had a cookie? And if so, what kind? I think the last one I've had was... maybe a white chip macadamia one from Subway? It's been a long time. Examine the knives. Knives gleam wickedly in the kitchen's antiseptic glow. Cookies are baking in the oven. All right, all this left. Ooh. Freshly baked cookies are in the trash can. That is a... Are you just making cookies and throwing them out?
Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. Though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't. Until you need your socks washed.
No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Land's sake, stop your joshing, won't you? Honestly, Steve, I thought you'd grow up a little after graduation. I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
So that's my name. Steve.
Your name will be M.U.D. Mud if you don't stop teasing me, young man.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory. Do you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
You're
I'm
always a kidder,
serious.
Steve. This is going to be a
Sure,
running
and
thing.
next you'll be telling me you don't remember Hank and your little sister.
No, I do not. Tell me about this graduation.
When did I graduate?
4 months ago, as if you could forget that.
What college?
College? A high school diploma is all you need to get a job. And besides, you can't marry Stephanie if you're going to waste your time going to college. 18 years old and you're just now getting your first job. It's a disgrace, but better late than never. I guess we can thank Stephanie for that.
Thanks, Stephanie.
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare toy with that sweet girl. If you start in on her with all this amnesia poop, she'll think her fiancé is having second thoughts about the wedding.
Look, all this talk about weddings is nuts. I'm not marrying anybody till I figure out what's going on here.
First the heartbreak of psoriasis, and now this. 2 weeks before the wedding and you're backing out. Whatever will the neighbors think?
I can't marry someone I don't even know.
Fine, have it your way, but leave me out of it. If you're going to break Stephanie's heart, you march right next door and do it yourself. And don't expect me to write you a note.
Yes, the perfect way to get out of a wedding. A note.
Look, all this talk about
Oh, okay, this is this same stuff. Fiance.
fiance? This is insane.
Oh, you're not having second thoughts about marrying Stephanie? Is that what this silliness is all about? Pre-wedding jitters?
Can something like that produce amnesia?
Stop this foolishness right now and count your blessings. Stephanie is great at cooking and cleaning.
All you need, right? Cooking and cleaning.
What's cooking and cleaning got to do with anything?
Honestly, boys are so dense. What else is there for a wife but cooking and cleaning? You may not appreciate a hot meal on a clean plate when it's there, but if it wasn't, we'd hear about it soon enough, I'll bet.
You're saying that's all there is to marriage? Cooking and cleaning?
Well, you'll have to ask your father about that. But I'm sure Stephanie will do her duty when the time comes.
Tell me more about this duty.
Bless your innocence, but there are certain disgusting truths that go along with marriage. Facts that can't be disguised by sheets which wrap around the contours of flexing go-go's and bouncing legs. You can't know what I'm talking about, and that's best. When the time comes to make a baby with Stephanie, you'll have to make your peace with the fact that when a farmer plants his seed, he can't help but get some nasty dirt on his hoe.
Tell me more about this nasty dirt.
Stop speaking nonsense, dear.
What about that hoe?
Stop speaking nonsense.
Alright, tell me about father.
My father.
He's in the other room. He decided to sleep in today. Now please, let me get back to my cookies.
I tried to open the door. It was locked. And I heard him moaning. Like he was in pain.
Your father overdid it last night. Just leave him alone until I get some catgut. Have a cookie?
Cat gut?
Stop speaking
The bake sale is on Friday, and yet you're baking the cookies now.
Never put off till tomorrow what you can do
How did he
today.
remember that?
But they'll be stale by then.
That's why I'm throwing them away.
And then cooking more?
To replace the ones I throw out.
Why?
Well, I have to. No one's going to pay to eat stale cookies out of the garbage can.
But you expect me to.
Of course not, Steve. I wouldn't charge you. I'm your mother. Help yourself.
Charity mix.
What charity is this bake sale supposed to benefit?
It'll help provide a fund for bums and hobos who wander into Harvest and have no family ties.
Kind of a specific target group, isn't it?
You have to pay attention to detail when dealing with such people.
I don't know what you mean.
You will. The whole thing has been organized by the Lodge.
Tell me more about this bake sale. Why is it so important?
As I told you, many unfortunates who come to Harvest end up needing financial help.
Why is that the town's problem?
It's not a problem, so long as those folks are taken care of. It's the will of the Lodge.
Ooh. Tell me more about this lodge.
What lodge?
The Hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve. It's just the finest place in Harvest, and the most exclusive.
What's so great about it?
Hard to say, since hardly anyone gets inside. But it wouldn't be so exclusive if it wasn't just wonderful. Just like the new Reynolds dishwasher with their patented auto-dry process, TM. I've never used one, but I know I want it. Instead of sulking around the house all day, why not walk over to the lodge and apply for membership?
Why not? I'll go look into it.
That's wonderful, Steve. If you got into the lodge, you'd be the talk of Harvest.
Tell me more about Harvest.
Harvest is a town unlike any you've ever known.
In what way?
I don't have time to go into it now. Why not take a walk around town and pester someone else? I'm busy.
Alright, bye.
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Oh wait, there's a can opener. Alright, well that's that. I guess this was my room. Yep, okay. Nothing else I can... Oh, pick up the newspaper. Use newspaper on Hank!
Yeah, what, Steve?
Wait, where are you going? No, I didn't know! Go back in the house. I wasn't ready. Okay, so... Here's the newspaper. Got a quarter. What if I can use the quarter on Steve? Use a quarter on Hank.
Yeah, what, Steve?
Okay. Can I use the pen on him? Just stab his eyes!
Yeah, what, Steve?
Beg what, Steve? If my mom wants anything to do with this newspaper. You never know. Use newspaper.
Stop wasting my time, young man. Stop wasting...
And the pen.
Stop wasting...
Okay. Ooh, what if I can use the pen to jimmy this door open?
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Can I draw on the newspaper?
Damn it.
Oh, okay. Alright, we've got the newspaper. Oh! What about... I want to see if I can get that glow. Let's talk about this glow right here. Glow from behind the cabinet. Can I fiddle with it?
Damn it.
No?
Well, that didn't work.
Alright, and the 25 cents is definitely not going to be anything. There's a frisbee. A Dayglow Lima space disc stuck on the roof. There's your Lima. Examine the antenna. Steel barbs wrench signals from the naked air. It's so dirty. High voltage power lines bathe your home in a wholesome, old-fashioned electromagnetic field. You feel their humming in your dreams. Security bars. There's security bars fastened to the window with Phillips head screws. That sounds like that's probably important information. An army surplus air conditioner. It's full of junk mail, bills, and bake sale flyers. Big kid.
Hey, Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I guess not.
Remember me?
Hey, how come you haven't been putting the paper out for me in the morning?
I'm supposed to. I don't remember.
Yeah? Well, try to remember, will ya? How'd you expect a working Joe to make an honest living? You don't put the paper out, I'm out of a job.
So what? You don't get paid for picking up papers anyway.
The Sentinel building burnt down. What the heck else am I supposed to do? Listen, start putting that paper out and everything will be jake, okay? That's all I want. That and a pair of sneakers. Walking this route every day has worn holes in mine. Say, you got any spare sneakers?
Well, yes. Yes, I do. In my
Whoa,
room.
that's great. Maybe we could trade.
What could you give me?
You know Miss Whaley and Principal Harold down at the school? Well, I found out they're messing around with each other in the broom closet. I can tell you
Scandalous.
when they meet and trade you some keys that'll let you catch them red-handed. What do you say?
Okay. Take the sneakers.
Before I give away the keys, let me see those sneakers.
First the keys, then the sneakers.
Nuh-uh. If you're trying to pull a fast one on me, forget it. You don't get the keys till I see the sneakers, and that's that. See you later, alligator.
Let's go get those sneakers. Saddle shoes. No. Oh, so I can't use the saddle shoes? Oh, man. I was really hoping I could just pawn those off on him. Rough. Alright. Give me your shoes, Hank. Alas, I cannot. He's gone! No! Oh no! I was supposed to give him the paper. I'm sorry. I failed already. Oh, I'm terrible at this game. No. I had one job. One job! Take the newspaper and give it to him. Oh, goodness. Alright, woof. Where do we go? There's a freaking missile base here? What the heck? Oh. Oh god, this is how big the town is? Oh my gosh. Meat plant. Memorial School TV station. Police, fire, newspaper building, Wayward Hotel, cemetery. Let's go to the Potsdam residence. Hello? The garage needs a new paint job. It's too high to look into. The overhead window is shaped like a wagon wheel. The glass is so clear the reflection makes it difficult to see. It's gross. They're living dangerously. Let's head on in. Hello? Anybody here? What is this? The man of the house, squeezing his meat. Lovely. A funerary urn is the cabinet's sole occupant. A giant mutant asparagus, inexplicably robust given the fact that it's encased in red concrete. Perhaps the healthful electromagnetic fields of harvest? The ashtray is shaped like a particular human organ, which shall remain nameless. The upholstery stained after years of profuse sweating. The empty shelves are a testament to the Potsdam household's rigorous intellectual standards. All was made of leather, polyester. Talk to Mr. Potsdam.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Potsdam household, huh? Huh?
I've lost my memory.
What a card.
Would I kid about something like that? Why won't you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Your mother just telephoned us about your latest shenanigans. Isn't that right, Mr. Potsdam?
Sure did, Mr. Potsdam. You little rascal.
Imagination's a swell
Why?
thing to have, in small amounts. Man needs to keep his feet on the ground, especially if he's getting married. Tell me, is your father feeling better? Is he going back to the slaughterhouse anytime soon?
The static that builds up, it gets super loud and then goes away. It's annoying.
This is sick. I'm supposed to marry this Stephanie and I don't even know who she is.
Now look, Steve, a joke is all well and good, but don't go scaring me like that.
I'm not joking.
Now look, a commitment is a commitment. You're going to marry my daughter. We'll be one happy family, and your dad's going to give me all the meat I want, right? Right?
He wants that meat. Let's talk about meat.
Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day, and anyone who says otherwise is a commie. And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too, and your father will give me all the meat I want. Kinda makes up for not getting into the lodge.
Talk about Stephanie. Why is Stephanie grounded?
Well, don't look at me. Mrs. Potsdam wants Stephanie to study hard for her finals. If it was up to me, you could go straight upstairs, but you know, the little woman, you'll have to ask her permission to see Stephanie. Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want to do is upset you and your father before the wedding. Not with the meat at stake. You will remind your dad about the meat.
Man, this guy
Won't
likes
you?
his meat.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to hold the wedding down at the funeral parlor, since I'm not a member of the lodge. Mr. Moynihan has given his okay, and your father is going to cater the affair with plenty of meat.
Meat.
Why are you so anxious to get into the lodge?
There's wonders inside. I've heard there's more meat in there than they know what to do with. Now that you're of age, Steve, you might go down to the post office and fill out a lodge application. They're always looking for new blood.
Are we harvesting organs? I'm not too sure yet. I really need to see Stephanie.
Mrs. Potsdam grounded Stephanie, so you'd better go ask her permission before you go upstairs. Sorry, Steve. The last...
That's the same thing there. Father.
I haven't seen my father. He's locked in a room. I hear him moaning, but that's all.
He's not going to die, is he?
Like I said, I don't know. That woman, Mom, tends to him herself.
Well, next time you see him, be sure to tell him that I said hello. And tell him that I'm praying for his speedy recovery. And also, would you remind him about the meat? Especially about the meat. You should be more concerned.
Oops.
If he dies, then who's going to take over the slaughterhouse? Who's going to tend to the meat? I guess as his son, you'd take over. Right?
What about that
I can't
slaughterhouse?
imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse.
I don't want to work in a filthy slaughterhouse. I think what could... Ooh, that might anger him. Let's go with... I think working in a slaughterhouse might be cool.
Sure, it'd be just dandy. And you can't argue with success. Everyone in Harvest gets their meat from your dad. What a grand business to go into.
That likes me too much. Can that
Sure.
be a thing?
Cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, those are all definite cons. But once you're done, the guts have been washed into the gutters.
Hell?
What are you left with? Meat. Rows and rows of scrumptious red meat.
100% a cannibal? Maybe.
Meat is the foundation of...
Okay, yeah, we already know that. Lodge.
Why are you so anxious?
Okay, yeah, no, we already know about all that. Okay, I think that's everything from him. Okay, I'm turning this down. That hissing is just Ugh. Check out the eggs over the kitchen. The entire kitchen has a minty fresh look and scent. A plastic plant with freshly watered soil, along with a little styrofoam balls. The icebox is locked. Bushes are preventing it from opening. The entire kitchen, yes, we know about that. Okay.
Hello, Steve. Have you flossed today?
You look just like my mom, except for the hair. It's true.
Honestly, you men can insult a woman without even knowing you've done it. What a horrible thing to say.
You're both standing around baking cookies. Same cut of dress. Same pearls. So bizarre.
There's nothing bizarre about baking cookies.
It's like
The
it's from the
harvest journey
90s.
bakes those
It's
Friday, you
it's
know,
quite a ways
and by
back, yeah.
gosh, Mrs. Marvin Potston Jr. can be counted on to do her share.
Tell me about these pearls.
Just because I'm doing housework doesn't mean I have to be a drudge. It's a wife's duty to look good for her husband at all times. What's wrong with wearing pearls, for heaven's sake?
Nothing, but you look like June Cleaver. Some kind of sitcom mom.
Sitcom?
Geez, you know, a situation comedy. The weird part is, I can't remember how I know that.
I'm much too busy with housework to watch TV. Maybe Mr. Potsdam would know about sitcoms. Stephanie doesn't watch TV, though. She's grounded.
Tell me about Mr. Potsdam.
You mustn't be too hard on Mr. Potsdam, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down. He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love, rather than over at Moynihan's place.
Ooh, the Chapel of Love.
Mr. Moynihan runs the Wayward Hotel and the Shady Oaks Funeral Parlor. It's rumored he has connections with the lodge, but the order keeps that kind of thing secret. So Mr. Potsdam has tried to get him to put in a good word for his lodge application, but so far...
Tell me more about this lodge.
What can you tell me about the lodge?
Just that they're exclusive and secretive. If you're curious, you ought to pick up a lodge application at the post office and take it over to the sergeant-at-arms. Isn't that a thought? Forget Mr. Potsdam. If you became a member of the order, we could hold the wedding inside the lodge. My, wouldn't that be lovely?
Hey there, Socrates. And honestly, I actually didn't even notice, Nate, that was you. I don't know what they've changed, but the blues in this... Oh no, my game. Oh, Ashoto, hello! Man, something's up with my Twitch chat. I just can't see anything. Okay, hello? Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Give my regards to your parents.
Okay, let's see if I can fix this. Let's save a game 1. Save. I think that's saved. I hope it did. Oh goodness. Load game. Game 1. Oh, look at me. Screaming. Oh my goodness. That's the downside of DOSBox games, unfortunately. Sometimes they have...
Hello, dear.
Sure, let's just say yes.
She's
please.
upstairs. Go right on up. Just remember, she's grounded until the wedding.
Well, I'm allowed to see her.
Give my regards to your parents.
Let's try to see. Oh no, no new games. Just save. And 1. Save. Oh. Game. Okay, there we go. I think that worked. Okay, so now we're going to just quickly do an exit here. Do a load, and we'll see if it loads me into the kitchen. It does. Okay, perfect. So let's just restart this game. Because I can't... Oh, wait. Oh. Ah, I got it! It wasn't letting me do the shortcut to go to full screen. But now it did. So we're back to normal. I'm sorry about that. How's everyone doing today? How has your Monday been treating you?
Why not go upstairs?
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't want to
Give
talk
my
to me
regards
anymore. Where's the exit? There. Alright, let's go check out Stephanie. Hopefully I'll get away from alien music. Examine the thing. It's, you know, one of those things. These books are obviously fakes. Your makeup looks just fine. I see. Plastic plant needs a good watering. Several books about red meat and its importance to living well. Plastic plants go? This one seems cool. Oh, I'm apparently going inside this door. This must be Stephanie. I'm not ready. I can't exit. Oh, I can. See you, Stephanie. We did it. Work popped off all of a sudden around 2 hours ago. Ooh, rough. This device is slowly releasing noxious smelling chemicals into the hallway. Black has had his metal plate removed. It's made of high-tech topperware. Get it? Topperware? My day's been pretty good so far, actually. Closet door won't budge. Let's go sneak around her parents' room first. Oh no, it's the bathroom. Oh, blessed silence. Oh, that's so nice. I'm half tempted to turn off the game's music just because that room is just, oh, the constant white noise. The plastic plant is apparently dead. The picture on the wall is hanging a bit crooked. Whoa there. Wait. This is in her house though. I don't like the implications of that. Heard of Genshin Impact? Why, Nate, that is one of the things that I have been playing quite a lot of late. Can we look at it again? You can. Breath of the Waifu. Okay. Gotta say, she's got them hips though, right? The medicine cabinet reeks of various toiletries. Let's take them all! Warning, yeast disinfectant, not to be used for baking cookies. God. Cough medicine. 1 hour cough medicine. A jar of extra strength oral lube, great for getting in and out of tight spots. I'm gonna grab that. Got a headache? This aspirin should do the trick. Be sure to roll up the tube from the bottom. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm one of those people that I like to squeeze up from the bottom and so on. My wife just goes and grips. It's just, it drives me nutty. As soon as you get off work for weeks now? Has it been out that? I don't even know how long I've played. I haven't played long enough. Tampons. Better ask Stephanie about these. Sure, let's ask her. Wait, I can take them? Oh my god. What's going to happen? I'm not going, hey Stephanie, what are these for? I mean, come on. New zippy vitamins will pick you up. Cool, try this heroin. That's the... Oh, I know, right? Scattering of band-aids. Dental floss. 300 yards of it. I'll take it. Well, jeez, look at this inventory now. Good lord. Oh my gosh, look how small this is. I get so much stuff. Oh no. It's covered with what appears to be toothpaste, pubic hair, and snot. Let's wash that down a little bit. Someone's been using this plastic plant as a toilet. Feels like coarse sandpaper. It'd be painful to wipe with this stuff. She's pretty. This window affords a spectacular view of aluminum siding. The towels are stiff as boards. Wads of used tissues fill this trash can, some of them stuck to the sides. Mr. Potsdam has been taking his plastic plant joke too far. A thin layer of hair coats virtually every inch of ceramic. The rubber ducky has seen better days. Rubber ducky, you're the only one. Operate the toilet. 300 yards of dental floss is a lot. I know, you'll be set for life, right? Well, depending how much you throw it everywhere, I guess. She has nice taste. She has nice taste. Okay then. Is that all it's going to say about this place? Just like the one back home, except pink. Alright, girl. Let's see what you got.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
She doesn't remember me either.
Heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many
Perfect, I'm
times
not
do I
the
have to
only
say
one.
it?
Just one, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding.
Those people.
They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right.
What you mean? I don't belong here. No one will believe that I've got amnesia.
I believe you. Maybe some of these people believe you too. Maybe they're playing dumb.
Why?
Maybe they're responsible. Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded.
Are we grounded? Tell me more.
It's been hell. They treat me well, but they won't let me leave this room. Not even to go out in the yard. Not until the wedding.
They won't tell you why?
Each one blames the other for grounding me. They make up different excuses. Different things I did, none of which I remember. So I sit up here, watch the world outside my window, and listen to the noises in the house.
Steph is losing it. Could be. She's got some lovely sneakers on. Wonder if I could take them from her. She doesn't need them. She's not going outside. Have you heard or seen anything that might help us figure this out?
Every morning, a weird boy comes to the house and picks up the paper. He doesn't deliver the paper. He picks up scrap paper that Miss Potsdam sets out on the porch for him. Some mornings she forgets, and the boy gets furious. He gives me the creeps.
Anything else you can tell me?
I hear these weird scraping sounds in the bathroom sometimes. Like something is sliding along the wall. Claws, maybe. And Mr. Potsdam. I don't like the way my dear daddy looks at me. Both of them are always watching me. But especially him.
I need to
You
put up
don't
a
think
poster.
they're dangerous, do you?
I think this whole place is dangerous. I think we've got to escape. Before it's too late.
Ever heard of a song called The Night We Met by Lord Huron? I don't know off the top of my head. Not ringing
Escape?
any bells.
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that.
It's too harsh. Yeah, I mean, it seems really odd.
Of
You're
course
right.
I'm right.
Tell me about this lodge.
Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge, this Order of the Harvest Moon. They're responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming, and for the Harvest Blood Drive, too. When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone.
Oh.
Mom keeps telling me that women can't join, but she keeps pressuring me to get you to join.
She's not the only one who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
You think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
If that's true, maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
Look, why not explore the town a little? I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Maybe you can figure out what's happening here without going anywhere near the lodge.
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
I look at that building, all lit up at night, and I get scared.
These little loading screens are,
I mean, look at the damn thing. Seem like a harmless bunch of Masons to you?
He's got them crazy eyes. Guitar you learned recently? Played in fingerstyle. I don't know anything about guitar either, I'm sorry.
Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge, this Order of the Harvest Moon.
Oh, whoop.
They're responsible for this.
Oh no.
She's not the...
Phantasmagoria ran a lot better than this. They definitely don't look 18. You know, I have a picture of her. She says 17 right there. He's apparently graduated high school, and they said that he's 18. Now, so I'm going to assume that she is 18 after all. Oh,
You think the lodge is some kind of...
I think,
That's...
okay.
look,
You're really afraid...
I look,
Okay. Oh my goodness. Was this game made again? I'm not 100% sure. I didn't look at the date that it was released. Yeah, there we go. Amnesia.
maybe my amnesia isn't total after all. You're familiar to me. Like we've met before. In another life.
And just watch her brother and sister.
Maybe we
which I
really
guess
do
marry.
live here. Maybe we were together, and the same thing happened to both of us. An accident. Something.
Neither of us has bumps on our heads, if that's what you're getting at.
Have you been able to remember anything else? I mean, anything at all?
Well,
They're pushing 30. Ooh.
I have had these recurring dreams. Just fragments, really. Strange, abstract images. Liquid, chrome.
Probably just a dream.
Well, have you thought about how to escape Harvest?
Let's talk about this wedding.
The wedding is only 3 weeks away. Not much time to get to know each other, is it?
Don't worry about the wedding. It's not happening. It's only the idea of the wedding doesn't seem so bad after seeing you.
Thanks. But I wouldn't marry anyone with things, you know, as they are.
Yeah, well, they can't force us to go through with it.
That's what you
If it
think.
comes down to it, we just won't take the vows.
I don't think anything in Harvest is that simple. Too many people are determined that we get hitched.
Why?
Potsdam wants the meat your father promised him. Your parents want to force you to settle down. Mrs. Potsdam wants to have the wedding in the lodge. Me? I just want to escape.
Alright, then we've already talked about the escape.
Come back and visit me soon, okay?
Now, you know, we've got to ask her about these tampons. We just got to.
Are you making some kind of point?
Well, it said to ask her about them. Here's some oral lube. What can we do with this?
Are you making some kind of point?
Oh, sadness. Have you had your vitamins?
Are you making some kind of point?
Alright, nothing else then. Well, so much for asking Stephanie about the tampons. Like it said. Psh. we should ask her mom about them.
Can't say I'm much interested in that, Steve.
Disappointing. I bet you if I find a slab of meat, I can wave it in front of his nose, and he's gonna be like, meat, meat, where's the meat? I smell the meat. Eat. How do I leave this place? I don't know. The back door is blocked. I can't go through there. Not this oh, there we go. Right here. There's a framed picture of meat. And it even says, the man of the house handling his meat. It's like, oh no, squishing his meat or something. Now I have to double check. Look what you made me do. The man of the house squeezing his meat. I mean, if you had a giant thing of meat that big, wouldn't you just want to just give it a nice squish as well? Ooh. Here's an abandoned house. The old car is the perfect nesting ground for wasps. Ugh. The attic window is the perfect nesting ground for wasps. Okay. The rusty gutter is the perfect nesting ground for wasps. The overhang is the perfect nesting ground for wasps. Well, we could try going in. Oh, there's somebody. Oh dear. This whole house is a wasp nest. A rather colorful picture of a wasp. I do not trust this place. From the sound of it, those cabinets are infested with wasps. The icebox is sealed shut with wasp nests. A wasp nest. Tetsuya Crumb.
It's not often that I get visitors. I am Tetsuya Crumb. The ignorant of harvest called me the Wasp Woman. A pejorative, no doubt, born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps.
Or it could be because they're bastards and they sting you easily. Over and over. Tell me about honey.
The politics of honey are intertwined with the age-old struggle of the aesthetic versus the commercial. Because I choose to raise wasps instead of bees, I'm frowned upon by the community. Why? Well, raising bees is acceptable because they produce honey.
Yeah, you get something
But
from it.
sometimes it's not what is produced, so much as what is performed.
I don't see any particular use for wasps.
Why must everything have a use? Is money always the determining factor? More slender, more aerodynamic than the bee.
Uh-oh.
The wasp is a joy to behold.
I'll take your word for it.
Beautiful and juicy. Isn't that enough to compensate for the little drawbacks?
Juicy? What?
Well,
Drawbacks, yes.
as you can see, the little darlings do love to sting. Another source of prejudice for the masses, and another reason to love them. Bees are like animals. They sting only for a reason, for sacrifice. They have no conception of individual sensation, of pleasure.
Let's talk about sacrifice first.
When a bee stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its audacity. This appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice and atonement. But the wasp is promiscuous. They are not as sympathetic to the masses because they don't die when they sting. They live to sting another day, and they take pleasure from it.
Watching you writhe in pain, they're like, yeah, I'm going to sting you again.
Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy. They penetrate your flesh, and the muscular contractions in their thorax as they pump venom could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation. Each painful welt, an act of love.
Oh my god. I'm going to take this newspaper. I'm going to go bunk. You're going to horny jail.
I have all I need. Thanks.
Can't think of anything else to use in here. This is... Okay, we're leaving this crazy place. This place could sure use a gardener. Whew. There are some characters here. Now for the Johnson residence. Oh, this looks like a nice normal place. During the day, Mr. Johnson keeps watch over his precious 48 Tucker. I sometimes hear gunshots. Mr. Johnson erected an impenetrable fortress to protect his Tucker during the night. So I can't go inside the house. The manhole cover is locked in place. A nasty stench drifts up from the sewers below.
Hello, Steve. How's the husband-to-be?
How's that for a
Other than
face?
having no memory, I guess I'm all right.
All right. You should be ecstatic, considering what you're getting into, if you haven't gotten into it already.
Oh.
Speaking of which, I heard Stephanie was grounded. Her daddy's worried about getting his meat. Though if I were him, I'd be more concerned about Stephanie getting some meat.
Right. And you are...
This guy.
You always were a kidder, Steve. I'm Mr. Johnson, remember? Glad you stopped by. Just got finished waxing the Tucker. I could use a little relaxation. But since Edna's not here, I might as well talk to you.
Who's Edna?
Edna Fitzpatrick is one of the snootiest women in town. I declare there isn't a woman in Harvest that turned me away.
I
If I
declare.
was interested, that is. Just because she owns DNAs, she's got all these highfalutin ideas about independence. And her with a little girl to raise. That child needs a father. And Edna, well, she needs a good, hard penis.
This game. Let's ask him about it.
What makes you so sure she needs a penis?
You saying Edna's getting it from someone else? Like maybe that damn Sheriff Dwayne? He's over at DNA's diner every day from noon to 1, eating his dadgum pie. And I got a feeling he'd like Edna for dessert. Sure, it's the only diner in town, but I'm sure he's got more on his mind than food.
He's very passionate about Edna.
Edna Fitzpatrick is one of the snoop.
Oh, I already did that one. Edna's Diner.
I'll admit DNA's diner does good business. But money isn't everything to a woman. Can money keep you warm at night? Can you wrap your thighs around it? Or rake bloody gashes in its back with your painted hollowed fingernails? Edna! Edna!
This guy.
How's Stephanie?
I don't want to ask about that. Or talk about her after hearing you talk about
Karen's only 5 years old. Since Mr. Fitzpatrick passed away, in Edna's arms and legs, I might add, Edna's been raising Karen on her own. What a shame. To deprive a little girl of a positive male role model, and her mama of a fine, stiff penis.
This guy, Jesus.
Bye now.
Actually, I wonder if he has anything.
Sorry, Steve.
Oh.
Too tired to talk right now.
Stiff.
I don't take your meaning. Bye now.
Well, that was an adventure. Wow. Let's go to the cemetery next. Oh, the cemetery is where the lodge is? Okay, we want to save the lodge for later, for last. Shady Oaks Mortuary. A professionally kept landscape. A large translucent window. The hideous symbol stands out like a swastika or a flattened spider. Oh dear. An empty coat tree. These votive candles have been lit by many well-wishers for the dead, or one well-wisher with a lot of matches. A pair of comfortable-looking sofas. The schedule of this week's funerary events. Got 2 doors. To those who have passed recently, Jonathan A. Rhinecliffe. Let's go through the little one first. Oh. Run away! Run away! Big one instead! Rows and rows of empty wooden pews caked with the dust of indifference. The light from this candelabra gleams unwholesomely pink, like the eyes of a horde of rats bouncing on thin wires. What's up here? To the altar. A brass candelabra holds several strange-smelling candles. A saint kneels before a shepherd, jubilantly terrified. Why am I hearing whips in the background? A hauntingly beautiful stained glass window in which a man holds a scythe in one hand and some ethereal power in the other. The imprint of a head, buttocks, and sliding heels are scraped in the thick dust of the pew. Good lord. Casket. An empty vessel of the dead. Small lectern for a priest. Right, well, that's about it for here. Alright, let's go check out this dead body he's working on. A disembodied organ which was never meant to pump formaldehyde. On the counter sits a new tube of astroglue. Yoink.
You can't have that, Stephen. I need it for my work. And may I say you're a rude young man for attempting to steal it.
I was only gonna borrow it.
Indeed. And have you anything I could hold as security?
Security? Like what? Money?
I'm afraid that's not good enough. I need that glue for my work. You must present me with something significant if you'd have me part with it.
Do you want some tampons?
Why should I care about that?
How about a jar of Oralube?
Why should I care about that?
I don't have anything significant. I've got a quarter.
Why should I?
Ben, do I have anything important enough?
Why should I?
I don't think I do.
Why should
Aspirin?
Why
And then the last thing I've got, vitamins.
Why should I?
He doesn't care about anything. Alright then. A pair of bloody handprints are smeared across the glass. Oh. Alright then. The needle lies on 33 degrees Fahrenheit. Fans wearing blades barely stir the stench-laden air. There are organic things floating in formaldehyde in these jars. The sort of things that make you want to look away before you can really see what they are. But your eyes won't oblige. The messy remains of some poor soul. Oops, he spilled.
Stephen,
Who are you?
I am Daniel Moynihan, mortician and proprietor of the Wayward Hotel.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Besides, as one who deals with the dead, I try not to involve myself in the affairs of the living. Your loss of memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
What are you talking about?
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I'm gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved. The proceeds will certainly help cover my losses.
Tell me about your losses.
It seems that, like some elephant's graveyard, people of low station come to Harvest to die. They simply drop dead, penniless, and they all need burials. God knows, by putting these people up at the Wayward Hotel, I do more than my fair share. So why must I pay for the coffins and burial materials as well? My losses to the dead are substantial. Hopefully the bake sale will offset some of them.
Bake sale?
This bake sale is a joint effort of the Harvest PTA and the Order of the Harvest Moon. The proceeds will be used to set up a fund for transients. In other words, bums and societal rejects without families who wander into Harvest uninvited.
Then, the Order is setting up shelters for the homeless?
Not shelters. Graves. You see, a great number of these hobos die while passing through. Don't ask me why, it's what those people do. Use your common sense, Stephen, memory or no. If they were involved in setting up homeless shelters, then why would I be involved? And why would I be sustaining losses?
So far, he's the most sane person here.
As always, the Order of the Harvest Moon has taken the lead in addressing our societal ills. Through their sponsorship of the blood drive and the bake sale, the Lodge ensures that all our needs are met.
Needs? Such as?
Pardon me, there are corpses to prepare. And my losses have been substantial of late. If you're sincerely interested in the Order, however, you should stop by the Lodge and speak with the Sergeant-at-Arms.
Why should I be interested, Mr. Moynihan?
Of all the spots in Harvest, the Lodge is the most prominent, literally and figuratively. It is the ambition of everyone here to join, and join you must to attain wisdom.
What kind of wisdom?
If I knew, I'd be a member. I have the feeling you have what it takes to join the Order, Stephen. We all believe that. Whether or not you live up to your potential is up to you. I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I find the company of the living so wearisome.
Alright, well, we will leave you be to go dig around in those guts. Alright, so far we know we have to go to the mail place in order to apply. Oh, that's the lodge. So I can go in the cemetery, it's something different. Post office. But we want to finish looking around first. Okay. Into the cemetery we go. Ooh. Here lies Boxcar Willie. Robert Williams, 1922 to 1947. May your fantasies be forever gory. Rip the unnamed hobo. 2 years in harvest was too long. Fear not in death, Monte Jakes. Not even glue could save him. Rest in peace, Elmer. Scotty Bacon, we shall not rest easily without you. The scripture on the headstone has faded beyond legibility. November 27th, 1948, another unknown visitor. This tombstone is unmarked. Yet another resting place among the graves. Ooh, a mausoleum. The leaning sycamore is dead rotten, unstable for climbing or stringing nooses. The Potsdam family crypt. Marble doors have been sealed shut. Intriguing. There's a Potsdam family crypt. I have a feeling we'll be going there at some point. That's it for the cemetery. Not much here. That's okay. To the fire station. With all the rose, pretty flowers, the firemen must have a ton of time on their hands. Going inside a bear. Oh, somebody slapped that dog! How dare they? Pickets of the fence gleam with a fresh coat of white paint, like clean-cut soldiers standing at attention, defending truth, justice, and the American way. A fire truck with a lovely shade of pink.
Please excuse the mess. They've done wonders with the upstairs bedroom, but this garage defies color coordination.
Totally. Okay. Saliva is foaming from his barking chops. Hey, you be quiet.
Well, that didn't work.
A picture of phallic-like structures standing all in a row. Decorative oriental fans from the Ming Dynasty. An accident just waiting to happen. The lights are too high up to reach. Impressionistic landscape. Photorealistic mural of a peaceful countryside. Picture of a Storybrooke fairy castle. A well-endowed nude man standing in the moonlight. Talk to Sparky.
Hello, Steve. Welcome to the House of Flame, as we like to call it. Oh, cut it out, Spots, honestly. Once he gets barking, a good piece of meat is the only way to shut him up. There you go, Spot.
He just happens to have a hunk of meat waiting there, eh? Delicious.
So, Steve, bet you don't remember me. Heard about that short in the old wiring. I'm Fire Marshal Sparky, head of your fire department.
Where'd you hear about my memory loss?
Don't be silly. Everyone thinks this amnesia kick is a scream. Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
Always were a kidder, Steve.
It's my job to keep abreast of developments in the community, to better serve you, the public. I'm sure you'll be thrilled when you learn of the many civic improvements we have planned for your fire department.
Such as?
Well, don't tell any of the others, but I've secured a bolt of the most divine mauve material. I've hidden it because, well, if any of these Marys got a hold of it, it'd be gone in a jiffy. So I'd rather keep it hush-hush. I'm going to make new drapes for the firehouse, and if I have any left, cross your fingers, I'm going to make everyone matching mauve pillow cozies.
Those are civic improvements.
Oh my. Look at that butt.
Don't be such a party pooper, Steve. We're talking about art.
Talking about art.
Besides, we haven't had a fire in Harvest since the newspaper building burned down. Though I'll admit that the Wasp Woman's place is one big accident waiting to happen. Isn't that right, Spots?
The loading is really weird for this. Tell me more about this art.
Art enriches the community, Steve. No less than a pulsing fire hose or a fireman beating down a blazing door. So what if we're drawing a nude man? So what if all we ever draw is a nude man, or the same nude man over and over in all sorts of provocative positions? Context, not content. Process, not subject. Don't be so gauche, Steve. It's beneath you.
Okay then. Tell me about this newspaper fire.
A dreadful affair. You wouldn't think that a brick and steel building with a sprinkler system could go up that quickly.
You think it was arson?
Oh, please. Dwayne was glad enough to see the thing go up, and so was McKnight. If you could get into that safe in his wall... Forget it. Look, Steve, as far as I know, the fire was an accident. Let's just leave it at that. Now don't you go moving.
But he wasn't moving. Tell me about this Wasp Woman.
Some people think all we do is sit around, sketching fetching examples of manhood for our own amusement. Nothing could be further from the truth. Why, just the other day we cited Tetsuo Crumb for fire code violations. All the dried out paper wasp nests clustered around her wooden house. Why, it's a chemlog just waiting for the right faggot. Believe me, none of us wants to see another fiasco like the Sentinel fire.
Okay.
A dreadful affair.
Maybe we were too busy trying to put it out in time.
Art enriches the community, Steve.
Okay, we've got that. Alright.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Talk to the male model.
I don't converse on the job, Steve. I don't converse on the job, Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Don't bother me, I'm sketching. Oh, look what you made me do!
Alright, well, that is that. Harvest is an interesting town, to say the least. Run, Steve, run! Let's check out this newspaper building. Examine the ashes. What's left of the newspaper building after an extreme fire? 3 fire hydrants and the building still burned down? At least the plumbing held up. Yeah, okay, I guess that's that. The police station. Examine the traffic cop. The cop ignores you, too busy writing a bug report. HPD. Stars and Stripes forever! An empty file cabinet labeled solved cases. Uh-oh, that's not good. A pot hisses at you from its perch. A map of Harvest. It's labeled unsolved arson and it's full. Well, that's not good. It's labeled unsolved murders and it's full. The door is locked. The door is locked.
That's the evidence room, where we store items lifted from crime scenes. It's kept locked at all times. There's things in there that could make people jump through hoops, if I wanted.
I guess let's talk to the deputy first.
Hey, can I help you, kiddo?
Are you the sheriff?
Nope, I'm Deputy Loomis. Don't you remember?
No, I don't.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Anything I can
Up with
help
that
you
phrase. That coffee sure smells good.
Help yourself. Speaking of which, you're real lucky to be marrying Stephanie. She don't look like a good woman. I just hope she don't turn out like Mrs. Loomis, or mercy forbid Mrs. Phelps. Good women can be awful hard on a man's needs, don't you know?
Tell me more about a man's needs.
Why, you sure ought to appreciate what a man's gotta do sometimes in a parked car, or a waist-high knothole in a tree, or jail cell at noon. Matter of fact, Mrs. Phelps got no reason not to sell you some of them French postcard girly picture books. If you can get any, you see clear to part with them. Bring them round when the sheriff's at lunch, and I'd be obliged.
Tell me more about these French postcards you want to see.
Of course, I don't necessarily mean French postcards. That's just what we called them in my day. Any kind of girly picture book, the kind men like, would be just dandy. I'd be right grateful, kiddo, if you were to bring me one.
Oh boy, I want them dirty magazines. Tell me about Ms. Phillips.
Mrs. Phelps down at the general store don't help things none. She's got them special picture books, the one with the ladies. But she won't sell me none on account of she knows my wife, Mrs. Loomis. Dadgum if that don't burn my britches. If I even ask about 'em, she tells Mrs. Loomis and I get the broom. Enough to break a man's heart, her burning my French postcards and me unable to replace them. A man's got needs, don't you know?
That poor guy.
Anytime, kiddo.
Hello, Steve. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sheriff Dwayne, and this here's Loomis.
Pleasure, I reckon.
Then, we haven't met before?
Of course we have, but I heard about your alleged amnesia and figured I'd play along. I sure hope this is just a prank, and not the start of some insanity plea. Keep your nose clean, or you'll wind up in jail, and that's no place to hold a wedding.
But it is.
And why do you want to break your poor mama's heart with all this amnesia bunk?
I'm telling you the truth. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve.
Yeah, so everybody keeps telling me.
Boy, you need to stop all this funning and get serious. You've got a wedding coming up soon. Heck, you should be thinking about your career and about joining the lodge.
Does everybody want me to join the lodge?
Amnesia or no, you can't have forgotten you're about to marry the prettiest little thing in Harvest. I think you and Stephanie are perfect for each other. I just hope her father's disappointment doesn't spoil everything.
Disappointment?
Yeah.
Mr. Potsdam wants to hold the wedding in the lodge, but he'll never get in. Like all the rest, he's always hanging around the post office the first day of the month, waiting for Boyle to bring out that month's lodge applications. And there's always a long line, never enough applications to go around, and even if you do get an application, chances are you're right out of luck. Fewer called to the order and even less accepted. And Potsdam, well, they've turned him down so many times, unless he does something radical, he'll never get in.
Okay. Tell me about crime.
Crime-wise, nothing much has happened in Harvest since the newspaper fire. Oh, sure. Every week or so we get the odd transient dropping dead, but other than that, it gets pretty slow around here.
What about those newspaper fires?
Sure. You remember? The Sentinel building burned down about 6 months ago.
That's what I'm telling you, Sheriff. I don't remember anything. Why won't you believe I have amnesia?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve. Anyway, the fireman said the fire was caused by arson. I never caught the perp, though.
But we found the gas can that was used. Yes, sirree, Bob. It's in the evidence room.
Loomis, that's classified. Darn it.
How many times you gonna have to tell me to keep my mouth shut, I wonder? Sorry, boss.
You've got the gas can in the evidence room? Did you dust it for prints?
You've been watching too much TV, Steve. Heck, who can make out all those curvy lines anyhow? No, it's sitting in there gathering dust, clean as the day we found it. Just in case I ever need a spare gas can. That case is closed, Steve.
Tell me more about Loomis.
Loomis here is my deputy. Without him, I'd have a hard time keeping the peace, or at least taking a lunch break. Mainly Loomis answers the phone and babysits the office while I'm out. Though sometimes he likes to go in the back and stain the jail mattress. Isn't that right, Loomis?
Oh, now, Sheriff, what you gotta go and say that for?
Loomis has more than his share of problems. I wouldn't invite him to the wedding. Or if you do, make sure he doesn't catch the garter. That could be embarrassing.
Oh, I wouldn't do nothing, Dwayne. But I sure would like a little garter that'd been around Stephanie's thigh. Oh, well, that'd be right special.
Wedding.
Amnesia or no, you can't have forgotten you're about to marry the pretty.
Okay, I got that already.
Mr. Pot. And there's all.
That would be everything.
Stop on by any time, Steve.
All right. To the exit. Edna's Diner. A 1955 Frag 100 with real leather seat. Even from the ground, you can hear the sonorous buzz of the neon. Oh, that must be her kid down here. Dr. Karen.
Hi, what's your name?
5-year-old.
Karen,
What are you doing?
playing. My mom is working, so I gotta stay out of her hair. Wanna play?
Not now, maybe later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Way better mannered than my brother.
Bye-bye.
See anything else I can interact with? The grease fryer is off. Wait. Edna does not let her customers behind the counter. I can interact with it, huh? Wait, what's Dwayne doing here all of a sudden? I just talked to him.
Hello there, Steve. Here for lunch?
No, just here looking around, though I'm not entirely sure where here is.
Oh, I forgot. You're playing your little amnesia prank. Well, boy, this is DNA's Diner. Isn't that right, Edna?
Don't listen to Sheriff Dwayne. This is Edna's Diner. But ever since the E burned out on the sign, they've been giving me a hard time.
Now, don't be like that, Edna. It's a great place to eat, which is good, since it's the only place to eat in Harvest.
Okay.
Stop on by any time, Steve.
Let's talk to Edna.
Oh, Steve, what are you doing, sneaking up on me like that? God, for a second I thought you were Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order?
You know me?
Sure. And my name's Edna Fitzpatrick. I'm not the one with amnesia.
Then you believe me.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I guess I've changed. I'm not kidding.
Now, Steve, faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick, for heaven's sake. I'd expect that from Karen, not an 18-year-old.
Tell me more about
You've
Karen.
met Karen, my 8-year-old.
I thought she was 5.
Other than the diner, she's all I have.
Ain't she cute? Stephanie.
There isn't a nicer girl in Harvest than Stephanie, Steve. You should be grateful that she's promised you her hand.
I don't remember that happening, Edna.
Honestly, you men are so childish. I don't know what it is about marriage that turns even the bravest man into a coward. I was going to marry Karen's father when he just up and ran out on me one night. I heard that he joined the lodge, but if he did, I never saw him come out again. Even Sheriff Dwayne wasn't able to find out what happened to him.
That makes me a little unsure about the lodge. Mr. Johnson?
Mr. Johnson has a liking for me. I'd call it a crush, but that's too innocent a word. He's a bitter man with too much time on his hands. He's never gotten over being rejected by the lodge, and there's something unwholesome in the way he looks at me. I'm always glad when the sheriff comes in every day at noon.
Lodge.
The lodge is the repository of all wisdom. You should join the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve, and soon.
Why? For God's sake, what is it about this place?
The wheat ripens and waits not for the scythe. The farmer who waits too long, it were better that he use the scythe to rip his own stomach out than to stay his scythe when the wheat ripens. The harvest moon wanes and then comes winter. An empty belly, the body sun's belly, gurgling within or bloody on the ground. What does it benefit a man if he gains his soul and loses the world? You hunger. Feed yourself before it's too late. Oh.
That was...
Edna?
Steve. What happened? Were we talking about Boyle? Or was it Karen?
You seemed strange there for a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress.
Interesting.
Running this diner all alone. Forgive me.
Tell me more about this Boyle.
Sorry, I missed that.
Okay. Bye!
Stop by anytime, Steve.
See you later. So that was interesting. The TV station. Someone to turn. Oh. Wow, that's Silver Tucker with the yellow interior. What is with all these people? Examine the Indians. Too busy drinking and smoking, they ignore you. Oh dear. For the Cowboy and Indian show, I gotcha. Either the show isn't compelling, or no one wanted to be taken out by friendly fire. Fairly primitive form of mind control. Horny western backdrop, complete with a cardboard teepee. Odd, no one is operating the cameras.
Stay tuned, buckaroos. There's more to come on Range Riders Cowboy Roundup. So don't go away. And what's your name, hombre?
Steve.
Steve's a swell name. My dog's name is Steve. Would you like my autograph, Steve?
Yeah, I guess.
Here you go, then.
TV violence.
Violence? What about it?
Children, watch yourself. Don't you think this violence is bad for them? Love all the blood and gore on your
What
show.
red-blooded American doesn't? Nothing like an exploding head to get the blood pumping. Literally, that is.
Even so, do you think society pays a heavy price for the violence in the media?
Ooh, this
Of
is heavy.
course they pay a heavy price. Just look at the net profits. They'll line up around the block to see a good slaughter. Now, excuse me, we're going back on the air. Can't talk now, buckaroo. Violence is as American as apple pie and low SAT scores. Where would we be right now if the cowboys hadn't gone out west and butchered innocent people to steal their land? Answer me that, Mr. Know-It-All.
But what about studies that have shown that children become more violent when watching violence?
Buckaroo, I rip the guts out of godless heathen engines. Most kids don't see godless heathen engines on a regular basis, and if they do, they better either get their eyes checked or do like old Range Rider and shoot the bejesus out of them, lest they want to go untreated for psychotic hallucinations, or wind up with their scalps hanging from a buckskin belt. Oh, shit! Ow! Shit on a stickeroo!
What?
The parents that are griping about violence on TV are the same parents that go outside in the morning to fetch their papers, secure in the knowledge that they won't get an arrow through the noodle because the violence they hate so much done cleared the engines out of the neighborhood.
Yeah, civilization has benefited from violence. But should violence be treated as entertainment?
Check my ratings, son. Violence is entertainment. I just put it on the air. If some kid watches, that says something about the kid, not me. Now, excuse me, we're going back on the air.
I mean, as a parent, you're supposed to pay attention to what your kid watches. Oh, it's over this way. Assortment of empty cubicles. Either McKnight loves to recall his salad days as an insurance salesman, or he can't keep his employees happy. Ooh. Very poor reception. Strange, since the broadcast originates from here. Picture of a gorgeous model signed with "Kiss My Pineapple" red muffin. I think that's about it. Talk to Mr. McKnight.
Hey, sport. This is a private office.
Yeah, I know, Mr.
McKnight. I own and operate this station. Have you brought me some news for tonight's broadcast, or...
I've lost my memory. That's news.
The hell it is! You always were a kidder, Steve. Any real news to tell me?
Actually, I was just wanting to know more about the TV station.
Hey, WHAR is the only television station in Harvest. Since the old Sentinel went under, what with the newspaper building burning down and all, we're golden. Nobody competes with us, sport.
Well, you and your partners must be rich.
Partners? I run the whole show solo, pal. Don't hurry back.
But wait, I've got news. Here's a newspaper. Run with it.
What makes you think I give a shit about that?
Ooh, he doesn't care about the news. They said something about a safe. To the school. Looks like the bake sale will be held here. Examine the drinking fountain. This drinking fountain doesn't work. These lockers are riddled with inexplicable stains and dents. The glass-protected fire alarm. Principal Harrell will not let you use the fire alarm. These lockers... same with the lockers. This door is locked. Bulletin board riddled with staples. A distasteful amalgam of chewed gum, mangled love notes, broken ballpoint pens, oozing blue ink, and wadded Kleenex.
Steve, good of you to drop by, big guy. Haven't seen you since graduation. A lot of changes, I hear.
You could say that.
Good, good. That's a nice part of my job. Turning fine young men and women out into the world, and then watching them prosper. Of course, I was able to reach more people at the old Sentinel, God bless her. But then again, I never got to see the results of my work up close before.
Who are you?
You know very well I'm Mr. Harrell, the principal of Gain Memorial. Steve, I've heard about this amnesia nonsense. I had hoped you'd be in the lodge by now, fine young fellow like yourself. But now, I think maybe you need a little more quality time.
Quality time?
What do you mean, quality time?
Some, like Miss Whaley, favors stern discipline, corporal punishment, as a means of socialization. Myself, I temper discipline with love.
Oh.
Quality time can be such a warm, sharing experience. After just a few sessions, you'd stop this amnesia nonsense and become a productive member of society and a fit candidate for the lodge.
I don't think I want to experience that.
You turned out pretty good, except for that amnesia nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Maybe you need a little straightening out. Oh, the things I could do to you. You'd be a much finer young man with just a little quality time.
Bye.
Drop in again soon. Seeing you here again, one would think you'd never graduated. Nostalgia is a waste of time, big guy. You need to move forward, and if you ask me, the lodge lies firmly in that direction. Big guy, borrowing some quality time, the greatest gift I can bestow upon you as your former principal is a word of advice. Join the Order of the Harvest Moon at any cost. Within the lodge lies your future, and without, dust.
Big guy.
Why do you keep calling me big guy?
A sign of respect, lad. As principal, my station is higher than yours now, but you never know what the future holds, so you should always hedge your bets and pay tribute to your inferiors. You never know who will come to power, or who, even now, wields it behind the scenes. For all I know, you might already be a member of the Order, with access to the lodge. If that were the case, you'd be my superior, and I'd be all that much better off having shown you respect and spent some quality time with you. Surely mine is the most important position in Harvest.
Hey, show,
the
thank you
ability
so much for
to
that
mold
follow.
young minds. That's power. You might think Sheriff Dwayne's the most important man here, big guy. But he only deals with my failures. When I do my job right, the sheriff never sees a thing.
God. When he does his job right, yeah, nobody will know anything about that quality time.
Drop in again soon. Adult education is a wonderful thing, as is adult quality time.
Quality time. A projector carefully engineered to sound good when played underwater. No, I didn't want to exit. Even the paper cutouts look stunned and zombified. The stereotype about creepy old men is injected this guy. I know, right? This game is like grabbing all the stereotypes. Oh god. The children look stunned and zombified. A rough sketch of the lodge.
My goodness, class, this is Stephen. He used to be a student here at Gein Memorial. Say hello, class. They're reticent. The educator's gravest problem today is the apathy of the students.
What's wrong with their kids?
I can tell you in one word, Stephen. Discipline. Thank goodness you weren't a sulky bear. You were always a smiley bear.
Then you remember me?
Not as such. So many pupils, Stephen. They come and they go. But I can always spot those who were nice boys. You can tell from the forehead. The lobes, right, class? I'm glad you stopped by, Stephen. Would you care to say a few words to the class about civic responsibility?
Not really. I was just passing through.
Oh, but you must, Stephen. A positive role model might be just the thing to inspire these little monsters. Stephen, have you any questions for me? Or shall I continue with class?
Yes, I do.
Ask away then.
What did you do to them? Corporal punishment.
We don't practice corporal punishment here. I've never believed in that old adage, spare the rod and spoil the child. A rod is too thin, but a baseball bat? That bridges the generation gap quite nicely.
Looks bloody.
Oh dear, Colonel Monroe is conducting another air raid drill. Everyone into the hallway, quick!
She's gonna whack someone?
If an A-bomb hits, what good is it gonna do to duck and cover?
Oh. Okay.
My stars, that was exciting.
About this lodge.
This lodge. What do you know about it?
The building itself, like Harvest, was constructed with a specific purpose in mind. That noble intent is known only to those within the Order. You're at about the right age to join them, Stephen, and you will do so if you care about your future.
And lastly, the Harvest.
Can you tell me anything about Harvest?
Harvest was founded by the Order of the Harvest Moon about 100 years ago.
For what purpose?
Why, I'm sure you'd have to ask them. You'll find the members of the Order at the lodge.
Explains why the kids are sitting here looking
Stop
rather
by
like zombies.
Anytime, Stephen.
Some hits to the head. Well then, let's get out of here. The meat plant, where my dad works, or used to work. Examine the building. A red brick building with a horrible stench coming from within. What is that? I can't tell. Oh, that's a cat. Wait, I could examine tracks. I cannot examine the tracks. Clearly I need to swat away this cat. Shoo! Shoo!
Okay. Damn it.
Or not. Check out this amazing signature. Beautiful. Wait, can I read the newspaper? I cannot. Can I draw a mustache on it?
Well, that didn't work.
Worth a shot. That is a lot of cats. And that... I don't know if that's like a giant mouse? Got bones on the floor? Whatever's in those barrels smells extremely bad. This used to be a kitty cat. The carcasses of several small animals.
Steve, how's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say. Though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Who are you?
Aw, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum. Now you're saying you don't remember your pal Pat O'Reilly?
Cool game to remake. Will this even be... Now, here's the problem. A game like this, in this day, I don't think it would be able to be remade without heavy censoring. They don't show kids violence on kids at all, for one. And that... Yeah, they did a goofy little thing, but then the blood draining from his head and so on. I think that's a little over the top from what today's standards. This ground up half cat here is a little thing, and they'd probably end up having to censor it too much. Oh, the thing about all the Indians there being They're just sitting there drinking, smoking. All the thing about like, yeah, it's good we killed all them Injuns. Like, we're too socially polite these days where that ain't gonna fly. Not like back when this was first made. I mean, you could probably keep the general theme, but yeah, it'd look a lot different than it does right now.
You may come to realize that this business is not for everybody. Just ask your poor, ill dad. It takes dedication and a strong stomach.
Looks like a cat eye. Harvester, yes, Mom, yes.
A lot of times when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of intestine out from my fingernails, I must confess I don't have much appetite for red meat. But red meat is one of the principal food groups, and you've got to have it. So when you can do this all day and help yourself to a juicy red steak afterwards, then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher.
Steaks.
Of course, amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, I've never played this before, nor do I know anything about it. I think this got into my Steam recommended list because I played Phantasmagoria and the Phantasmagoria Feast for Flesh, as well as some other ones, so naturally this was up my alley after playing those. How did you enjoy it? Dad's illness.
What exactly is wrong with your dad?
I don't know.
I wouldn't worry about it too much, Steve. You should be thinking about running the family business one day. That and getting into the lodge.
What was your next one? It was good. I enjoyed both of them, actually. It's a shame I hadn't played these kind of click and explore ones for a long time. Or pretty much ever. So Phantasmagoria, unfortunately, I got stuck on some parts where I had no clue what to do or where to go. I didn't realize you had to hover over specific areas to move there. I spent an hour and a half or something searching around everywhere trying to find the next place to go to actually move the story along. It was rough. But now I have a better idea. I've got to move my mouse around the outsides of the screen more to get places. I've been somewhere you haven't? Oh, interesting. Where have you not gone? Jorge's, although I haven't played them yourself. Yeah, no, it's... You can get a lot of interesting reactions that way.
Look, I'm not kidding about the amnesia. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you always were such a kidder, Steve.
Funny how that's beginning to sound like a stock answer. Like it was coached.
You sure are acting like a kidder, son. With your dad ill, you're gonna need to start behaving like an adult. Especially if you're gonna take over the family business.
So where you haven't been, but you made me want to replay. Okay. It's inside that classroom? Inside the classroom with the bat? I also got Phasmophoria, that new game where you work together to try to find ghosts. That one seems interesting too. I played through the tutorial and already I was like, I get really pulled into a game. I can get sucked in and it can get spooky. I guess that's about it.
Don't be such a stranger, Steve. And my best to your dad.
Really about all I've got here for you. Well, off to the missile base. Is he missing his legs? These aircraft appear to be well maintained. His base is well stocked with missiles. An electrified chain link fence surrounds the base. Oddly enough, this guard booth is the only building on the base. Talk to Colonel Buster Monroe.
Oh, who goes there?
They tell me my name is Steve.
All right. This is Section 21. Keep your distance, son. I wouldn't want to have to blow your head off.
That makes 2 of us.
So you're the amnesiac, huh? Just another draft-dodging ploy the way I see it. But at least you're not an alien. You see their ships every now and then. Sometimes Swell bags one in the woods.
Who are you?
Colonel Buster Monroe, commander of the Harvest Nuclear Missile Installation, keeping America safe from those who would dye our flag red, white, and pink.
These are nuclear missiles?
Goddamn right they are. Every
Well,
one
that's
of
a
them
good
ready
point
to
as well.
rain death on the Ruskies. All I gotta do is hit the button and blammo! The price of vodka goes through the roof. Along with the vodka.
Well, I suppose you have, you know, safeguards against accidents?
Safeguards? Don't be such a weak sister. There are no safeguards. This is the 50s.
Then you have sole control of the, missiles.
That's right. Been in charge here since WW2, when I got my lower torso shot off in the war.
Yeah.
Those pantywaists in Washington wanted to stick me behind a desk. To hell with that. They owed me. I left my legs in Dusseldorf. They owed me. Of course, they felt that after the trauma of having to crawl from Germany to England trailing my intestines behind me, I was too emotionally unstable to continue in the military. That's why they gave me this nice cushy job and put me in charge of the nuclear missiles.
Well then, tell me about the button.
Why are you asking about the button, son?
I'm just a little nervous about it. I mean, suppose an accident happens.
Don't get your panties in a bunch, mister. The button is perfectly safe. I keep it on my person all the time.
Good to know. Good to know.
No commie bastard is getting his mitts on this button. No siree, Bob. No one initiates a nuclear holocaust in Harvest except me.
I like how it's almost right there against the ground. Like one wrong, tilt forward, and he's going to press it. Tell me about these commie bastards.
Frankly, all these questions are making me a little suspicious of you. Maybe you're one of those pink-blooded Americans. Can you give me any reason why I shouldn't shoot you right now?
You can't shoot me. I'm an American. I have rights.
Rights, huh? Your average commie bastard is always only too ready to hide behind the Constitution. Real Americans waive their rights for the common good. Would you?
Sure I would, for this great country of ours.
You talk
Yes.
a good game, mister. But so does your average commie bastard. The Kremlin teaches its agents to talk their way out of a scrape. What do you think about that, son?
Oh man, the communists can hardly be said to hold a monopoly on intellectual discourse. Don't think about much stuff about. Oh, I played dumb.
Glad to hear it, son. You had me going there for a minute.
I probably could have
asking
died
all
right
those
there. I haven't
questions
saved for a
about
long
this
time.
place. Came this close to getting blown away. As it is, maybe you ought to get out of here before I change my mind. Go visit those Ponzi firemen. But whatever you do, stay away from that damn lodge. That's the most suspicious place in
This is the only
Harvest, if
person
you
who's told me to
ask
stay away from there.
Remember, duck and cover.
Okay. We'll name this one Headshot.
Halt! Who goes there?
It's just me, Steve.
What do you want? Did the llamas send you?
Yes, of course they did.
I knew it. They won't leave me alone. Them and the kookaburras. 9! 9!
Probably good that I saved. Well, that escalated quickly. Game over. So needless to say, I think those dialogue choices that I made earlier were like so close to me screwing up. Oh god. After you first playthrough 4 hours and you haven't saved. Oh my god. I mean, right after, as he was talking there about me being calm and going to shoot me, that's when that started really, my heart started pumping. I'm sitting there going, oh no. Oh no, could this be it? That's when the warning bells were going off. I was sitting there going like, crap, yep. No, you're right, I hadn't saved since my house, because I wanted to make sure I knew how to save. Oh my god.
Halt! It's just me! What do you want?
Okay, no, the llamas, they fear
That's good.
me.
Someone has to keep them in check. I'm glad you stopped by again. I want you to infiltrate those firemen, mister. There's a lot of art going on over there. I want to make sure they haven't turned into commie bastards. You got that? And don't come back unless you've got information for me.
Fireman.
I don't follow.
Okay.
Remember, duck and cover.
Okay. I'm not used to games this early on that you can die. Alright, well, I'm thinking I can go to the lodge, because they keep saying I need to apply, and applying is at the post office, by the sounds of it, because they keep saying that's where the applications are. So if I can find out more about the lodge. Alarming green sludge oozes from the drain. The masonry looks as though it may be from the Dark Ages. Looks as ancient as the building itself. Red eyes gleam with eerie malevolence from the darkness. Talk to Sergeant at Arms.
Only initiates may enter the hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon.
Did you say something?
I did not speak, but my mind touched yours.
Telepathy? But how?
Only those who seek enlightenment warrant my attention. Do you hunger for true knowledge?
Yes, I hunger for true knowledge. Fill my brain.
What kind of knowledge?
Forbidden knowledge, the forgotten pleasures, and pleasures as yet undiscovered. But such is not for the likes of you. Not yet. You must first fill out an application to be considered for initiation into the mysteries.
Paperwork? Why should I fill out a stupid form?
Members of the Order are privy to many hidden truths.
Such as?
They know what the trees whisper to the wind to make it howl. They know what the worm knows as it squirms in a rotting leg. They know what you've forgotten.
Talking about my amnesia, aren't you? Sorry. You're talking about my amnesia, aren't you?
When you find the path, truth will be revealed to you. When you possess the truth, you will know what you knew. And if anything remains forgotten, then it was never worth the knowing.
I see.
Have you obtained an application from the postmaster?
Not yet.
If you would find knowledge, you must seek it from the first realization of the wanting.
I did save. I don't give a damn, I've had it with this screwed up town.
Harvest seems strange to you. Nothing is quite as it seems, or should be. Such is the way of all things when viewed from the proper perspective. Only within this lodge can the truth be found.
Okay.
Have you...
Not yet.
if you would find.
Fine, I'll get an application as soon as I can.
Whether you do or not matters little to me. Many are called, but few chosen.
Yeah, no, this game and Phantasmagoria, both of them had great soundtracks. What I don't like though is in one of the buildings earlier, the house with my bride to be, there's this hissing, the static that keeps getting louder and super loud, and then it cuts out and then does something else. That's just like gets in my head, drives me crazy. Barbershop. I feel like there's gonna be severed heads in here, the way things are going. Pastorelli's Barbershop. An unfortunate extraterrestrial who journeyed hundreds of light years to wind up mounted on a barber's wall. The dangling television is sure to cause neck strain at this angle. It takes a true sportsman to hunt down those dangerous cows. Made of solidified mousse and sticky hairspray, this lovely mannequin is a work of art. A picture of Mr. Pastorelli as a young buck. Colonel Buster Monroe flipping the bird from his B-17 cockpit. A picture of a young Mr. Pastorelli, spaghetti on his mouth and all. Clem Parsons took this rare photograph of an extraterrestrial.
Isn't that wonderful?
Ooh, Asmod, thank you for that follow. Almost 3:30 a.m. Oh dear. All right, yes, you go to sleep. Thank you very much for that harvesting. Hope you enjoyed your time here. Sleep well. And may you not wake up with amnesia. Fancy barber's pole secured to the wall with straight slot screws. Except for its occasional hairball cough, it's hard to tell if the sheep is alive or not. Gosh, who to talk to first? Talk with Mr. Parsons.
Hello there, youngster. You see them aliens I was telling you about? Well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clam?
Them aliens is wild, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry.
Tell me about this alarm system.
Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it to the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, and sure enough.
Snap! Aliens.
Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area of woodcraft unknown to all but the wiliest sportsmen. What you gotta remember is, your average alien is smarter than your average human, so you gotta be extra careful building your blind if you want to bag one.
You hunt aliens?
Son, after nailing an alien, you can never go back to quail.
Quite the alien it is.
What? You think you can get one of those at a swap meet?
Ooh, look at that kissy face. The original duck face.
Line your blind with lead to fool their sensing machines. Lay real quiet and wait. Preferably in the woods around the nuclear base. Oh, they love messing around out there.
Why not wait outside your field, Clem? Wait for 'em to come a-carving.
Good point.
Oh, they do their crop doodles with zap guns, you darn fool. Don't you know nothing? Besides, ain't no place to put the blind out in the field. Now, you listen to Clem Parsons if you want to tag an unearthly being. They cross the void, wondering what lies beyond, all the time not knowing that what awaits them is buckshot.
Tell me more about these aliens.
Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area
That's the same thing.
You... What? You think you... Line...
Why not wait?
Oh, they...
Pastorelli.
Pastorelli's a funny sort. Foreigner, don't you know? He cuts hair pretty good, but he don't know spit about nothing else. You just ask him to hook up an alarm system if you need convincing. Anytime, Steve.
Talk to Mr. Swell.
Howdy, Steve.
Yeah. Howdy back, Mr.
Pete Swell, Steve. Don't you pull my old leg now. Change your mind about that aluminum siding?
What are you talking about?
I really think you should talk your father into buying some. He can afford it. And I can't stress enough the value of some really fine aluminum siding. Keeps it warm in the summer, cool in the winter, and it keeps out the sheep. Pastorelli ought to look into some, but I can't get him to understand a word I say.
Yes, that sheep right there. Aluminum siding.
Steve, aluminum siding can't get a fair shake no more. Started when those firemen came to harvest, filling people's heads with newfangled notions like color coordination and interior design. You can paint aluminum, you know, if you want to. But even so, I can't seem to move it anymore. Not even to a rube like Pastorelli. Thank God for the plumbing.
Oh, I want to know about the sheep.
Can't understand why Pastorelli keeps that nasty thing in here. Must remind him of the pastures in Italy. Kinda like why I keep wrenches under my pillow, so as I can dream about plumbing.
About that plumbing.
Well, I seen
His
the
eyes lit up.
plumbing for the aluminum siding game, so I took a mail course and learned how to be a plumber. Now, there's a business that never lets up.
It's true.
You'd be surprised what people flush down the toilet.
A plumber is, I mean, he's right. It's a job that's always going to be around. People always have problems with their drains. Now, the thing is not going to be just going into random homes necessarily, always just unplugging drains. You're going to be taking commercial jobs. You're going to be dealing with sewers. Oh, you're going to be dealing with the utter crap that's in some drains. And the smell, whew.
Well,
Okay, that's the same thing. Pastorelli.
Pastorelli's a rube from way back. Ask Clem Parsons how he followed up with the alarm system in here. I'm a plumber. I could fix it for him, but he just won't listen.
All right, goodbye.
Nice to see you again, Steve.
Mr. Swell seems like a swell guy. Mr. Pastorelli doesn't respond, not understanding English. Oh. Okay, I guess that's it. I have all these items. I have no clue to do them. Look, I have money. Give me a haircut. All that leaves me with is this general store and then the post office. Now I'm worried about saving often. Store. The unletters drone relentlessly, eternally frozen at 4:05. A tired air conditioner wheezes in the unseasonable heat. Yum, creamed asparagus tips, 2 for 49 cents. I mean, that's pretty gross. Tape and broken glass, obviously a professional break-in. A phallic symbol thrusting boldly upwards from the concrete, ever ready to spew forth. He's too busy working to notice you. This empty barrel reeks of rotting meat. Dead roaches and bits of arid grit coat the water cooler's bone-dry reservoir. Doesn't seem like a good store. Empty barrels that smell like pickles. Free copies made here. Ooh. An old 16mm projector with Gein Memorial stenciled on it. The new and improved Suck You Luck Super Suck Vacuum Cleaner. It really sucks. An empty meat box. A shoddy old TV missing the VHF knob. This shelf contains a variety of odd items for sale. Operate the shelf? Okay. Ooh, let's see what we've got here. Ooh, a wrench. A slightly used wrench. You must pay Miss Phelps before you can buy anything. The cow is bleeding a robust coffee on these Harvest Blend coffee can labels. An adult magazine for 25 cents. Must pay Miss... Oh, I can buy that. Ooh, look at those red bottoms. Cans of soup, or possibly rat poison. Black electrical tape. You must pay Miss Phelps before you can buy anything. Okay. Excited. Okay. We know who's going to get that.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store, so who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Gein Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious, I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia, in which case I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory, in which case I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant at Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Don't know. My so-called mother keeps him locked in his room. And I can't get in.
Care to buy anything today?
Got the chattiness. Yes, please.
Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
I want the Naughty magazine. Adult magazine for 25 cents. Oh, okay. So I've got to go give it to her first. Okay. There's a quarter. There you go. I think a quarter will buy you is an adult magazine.
A girly magazine? Why, Steve, I'm surprised at you. I'd expect that sort of thing from Deputy Loomis, but never from you. He's always coming in here oogling the girly magazines behind my counter. Darned if I'd sell him one, though. I know his wife, for heaven's sakes.
Well, will you sell me one?
I certainly will, Steve. That kind of interest is healthy for a young fellow. Steers him away from being a fireman.
I see how it is. Oh, I guess I already got it then. Oh, yep, right here. I can't open it to look at it. No! Save again. This time. Oops. So naughty. Winky face. Alright, let's go. Police station was down here. He's gone. Okay. Deputy Loomis.
Kiddo, you brought me any of them girly picture books?
No.
Wait,
sorry.
I do. Don't say
no.
no.
Heck. Why should you be any different from the sheriff or Mrs. Loomis? Steve, I'd be right obliged if you could just see clear to bringing me just one of them books. Believe me, it'll be worth your time to do it.
I want to know what he wants to give me, or what I'm going to get from this. Hey, Mr. Deputy Loomis.
Oh, by George. Oh, by Jiminy. Oh, this here's the real thing. Oh, can I have it?
So excited. Sure, here you
Oh,
go.
thank you, Steve. Excuse me, kiddo. I gotta go check the jail for clean towels.
No videos. I don't need to see what he's going to do with that. Please. Okay. Alright, so now the evidence room, I guess. Door's locked. Examine the drawer. The door is unlocked. Examine the note. A barely legible note. Let's grab it. Sheriff Dwayne's checkbook, you say? Don't mind if I do. Ooh, a key to the evidence room. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see here. This note. Sheriff, if you think I'm going to keep paying this forever, you are crazy. There are limits. Boyle. Intriguing. Evidence room key. Sheriff's checkbook. Click. No, deposit Boyle. Deposit Boyle. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's a lot of money. Tulips, ammunition, shells. Jeez. I don't know what I'm going to be doing in this evidence room, though. Not surprisingly, Loomis has tainted this evidence. Oh, God. From the smell of it, you wouldn't want to open the refrigerator. Looks like one of Loomis's late relatives. This prop helps the sheriff meet his parking tickets quota. More unsolved cases. The cabinets are plainly empty. Sturdy steel padlock with a slightly tarnished finish. Nifty little evidence shelf. But that most improbable of all murder weapons. Toast. Clearly an impertinent little vino with a big nose and a woody finish. The VW engine sits rusted to the core. Look out for the tidy bowl, man. An Instashot camera, just point and click. Use the camera on. What would I use it on?
Okay.
Camera on your inventory. I'll take it. His bathroom kit is missing its razor. He did not like green eggs and ham, so they killed him. Harvest has his own brand of smokes. This makes sense. They're illegal. Man, I used to play with lawn darts when I was little. Pair of bloody sneakers. Sneakers! Oh no, where'd they go? Okay, I did take them. Good. Okay, so I could give sneakers. Yes. Who wanted sneakers again? The kid. The kid wanted sneakers. And a real old-fashioned dartboard, riddled with holes and crimson smears. Vital clue for the mysterious Jolly Fat Man murder spree. An empty gas can. A fuzzy bear wielding a chainsaw? A pair of binoculars without lenses. Well-built 1/48th scale B-17 model. The beer can is empty except for tar sediment. Baseball cap too small to fit a normal-sized head. Yeah, looks like that's everything. Let's go! Uh-oh, there's a video. I'll get caught.
Hello, Steve. Where's Loomis?
He'll be coming around the mountain if he comes. Oh, that's it.
Loomis, damn you!
Wait, no, 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 no! No!
Lighting up the matches again! Folding up the towels! Charming snake!
Why do you start howling like a dog? Ow! Wait, so he says hello to me as I'm just standing in front of the open evidence door. Let's book it out of here. Go, go, go. Now, I haven't seen that kid around with for the shoes. I thought you would have been at the post office. Oh, right, that was at the general store. That's where I was before. Looks like Mr. Pastorelli forgot to put out the paper for Jimmy. Damn the cup. A crushed paper cup with smudged lipstick on it. See, is Jimmy going to be at my house again yet? No. Ooh, I wonder. Okay. The newspaper.
Damn it. Okay. Oh, man.
No? Oh. Ah. So mad that I lost it. Could have given Jimmy the paper the first time. Hope he's in here. I don't see him. Damn it, where did he go, that little boy? A zip code map with a Harvest Dead Center. With Harvest Dead Center, sure. These mailboxes seem hardly used. 3 clocks, 3 times. Big sale, big sale. Oh, there's the lodge application. Who are you? A blind woman is trying to read her mail. And I can help you. Just trying to read her mail. Mailboxes seem hardly used. Okay, fine.
Yes?
I need some help, Mr.
Postmaster Boyle, what can I do for you today?
I would like a lodge application, please.
Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork.
Well, can I go get one at the lodge instead?
Afraid not, son. You can't get them anywhere but the post office. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right. Next time you post, don't forget the zip code. Sorry, son. No time to talk. Neither next time.
So I need to steal it. Somehow. And go make a copy in the general store. Okay, well. Now I need to go find that kid. Where would that kid be? Okay, well, I was supposed to go to the fire station and find something, evidence about the something.
Can't talk now, Steve. I'm inspired. Bye-bye.
But wait, I have a camera. On a male model.
I don't converse on the job, Steve.
Arr. Here's the thought. I think I'm supposed to use that camera for when I find the people doing the deed. Where would that kid be? I just know it. Or maybe I have to go to the TV station. Not you.
Don't hurry back.
Wait, who's Boyle again?
Oh, now, sport, this is really interesting.
Oh, the news.
Boyle's done something wrong, otherwise the sheriff wouldn't be blackmailing him. But what? God, I'd love to nail him to the wall.
Yeah, and don't forget about the sheriff. Dwayne is a blackmailer after all.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I decided not to run with this story.
What? But this is all the evidence you need for your newscast. Evidence of a blackmail situation, canceled checks, a ledger.
Sorry, sport. No can do. Matter of fact, I think I may have to shoot the sheriff a private little newscast about this. I know.
Uh-oh.
It may cause you some problems, but hey, let's do lunch, okay? My treat.
Uh-oh.
Don't hurry back.
That's not good. Look, it's the sheriff's checkbook.
Oh, now, sport, this is really interesting.
Yeah, and don't...
Oh, okay.
What?
Sorry, sport.
Who's Boyle again? Gosh darn it, I don't remember. Sparky, fireman. Where's that? Where's that exit? Oh, okay, I'm going there. It's not that. Wayward Hotel? Oh, I haven't gone to the Wayward Hotel. Thought I had. Very cheap looking sign for such an uptown establishment. It's a lovely little something of reflections make the lobby seem more spacious than it actually is. The door is locked. The somewhat ponderous console radio evokes an earlier era. Ledger of names, last being Jonathan A. Rhinecliffe, checked in Monday.
Young man, we really have nothing to say to each other. I have the feeling your innards shall soon adorn my slab.
Uh-oh.
And I'd rather not know the face of the meat I'm slicing. I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I've...
Well, that's rather ominous. Nothing to do there. There's diner. Hi,
Sorry, boy. I never...
Okay, good.
I understand you witnessed Miss Whaley's dispensing a little discipline at the school, and she thinks you may be feeling a mite bent about it.
And said woman cripples children.
You need to forget about it, boy. I don't interfere in school discipline. I leave that to the professionals, and so should you. Heck, there isn't a psychiatrist around who'd disagree about what a calming influence a dent in the head can be. You can't argue with science, Steve. It's bigger than all of us. You've been shooting off your mouth about me and Boyle, Steve.
Uh-oh. 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 He knows. Harold. Man, I can't remember who the heck Boyle is. Riley. It's Clem and Sam. Oh, Boyle. This is Boyle.
Sorry, son. No time to talk. I hear you've been spreading all sorts of gossip about me around town. You've shut your mouth off about Sheriff Dwayne blackmailing me. Not a smart thing to do, given that Dwayne carries a gun.
Oops. Give me a chance to make it up to you.
It's too late for that. Hear the wheat rustle in the wind. The scythe nears. Can the fall be far behind?
Oh no.
Next time you post, don't... Sorry, son. No time to...
Oh no.
Next time you post...
Or else I'm going to die.
What does this mean?
Why is the sheriff blackmailing you?
That's an interesting item, but the fact that you asked me that question proves you know nothing.
Show these around and prove both of you are guilty of something. Oh, I'm not threatening you, I just want to help.
You don't know what you're doing, and I'm not going to tell you. So you might as well forget about this, or better yet, take it to the sheriff and see what it gets you. What does this...
I know why he's blackmailing you.
This is unexpected and awkward. But my luck's been bad ever since Dwayne found that darn gas can at the newspaper building the day after the fire. He has this insane notion that it's mine. I pay him not because I'm guilty, but because I don't want him slurring my good name around Harvest.
Oh, naturally.
You know, he keeps that gas can in the evidence room at his office. I'd be really grateful to whoever could fetch me that can. Grateful enough to provide him with a lodge application. Oh, and Steve, you'll keep this to yourself. If you're smart.
Yes, I don't want him to know that I'm the one. I'm already on his shit list now.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. After all this time.
Where's my application, Boyle?
Here, take it. With my thanks. You know, this morning as I was making my rounds, I noticed an awful lot of television aerials on the roofs. Seems like more and more each day. You got me this can just in time, youngster. I may have need of it again.
What do you mean?
There's another reason why Sheriff Dwayne didn't investigate the Sentinel fire. If you'd like to get something else on the blackmailing bastard, check around the television station. While you still can.
Uh-oh. Where's that exit? Oh, there. Okay, but first, to the general store. Now, we need lodge application. The master.
Damn
Let's use
it.
some copier.
Well, that didn't work.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. And I suppose I'm just going to write on it. Pen.
That's a ticket.
Boom, right-click the view. Something 3 times a day, Steve. Nobody would tell me. Harvest. A bunch of other stuff that I can't tell what it says. Alright, good. So we do have an application that we can submit, but first, let's take a look around inside that TV station, as he says. See if there's something that I missed.
Can't talk now, but happy trail.
That's the door I came in from. Keep his pew. I know we can't keep anybody around. Operate the picture. Oh, examine the wall safe. Mr. Nice secret safe requires a number combination before it can be accessed.
If you don't get out of here right now, don't hurry back.
A number combination, huh? I wonder what it would be. How would we find it? I mean, he's here right now anyways, though. I don't think he'll care about this.
What makes you think I...
Yeah.
What makes you...
I spill something on him? Take his picture.
What makes you...
Oh, I used the vitamins. Oh no! Was that to heal myself? I just used a healing item by accident? I think so. Oh, malarkey. I don't see anything that would be a clue as for what numbers. Found a save. But he'd have to be out of the room anyways. Alright, well, Post Boy, I haven't seen around anywhere.
Good.
Okay, I can't think of anything extra that I can do. I can't put out the newspaper, so I guess we'll just go to the lodge. And pass them in my application.
I see you've managed to acquire an application. That demonstrates resourcefulness, a desirable trait for prospective members. You need a rest. Report back here for your next assignment.
Hopefully I'm not killed in my sleep. Oh dear. I've got the newspaper for the kid in the morning though. That's a slut neck.
Welcome to our order.
The hand that grips my fist. Stephanie.
These are some interesting dreams. Very interesting. Signs of things to come? Foreshadowing, perhaps? Doesn't look like anything extra. Is in my room. Another save. We'll do day 2. Alright. However, right there is unfortunately where we're going to have to end it for the night. We are on to day 2. Day 1's done. It's interesting, and I have a feeling things are going to get a lot more interesting a lot quicker. And I'm really hoping that the fact that the sheriff knows about things isn't going to bite me in the ass. Anyways, I'll be live once again this upcoming Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks for streaming. Hey, no problem. Thank you for hanging out with me. As always, you can follow me on Twitter. I have a Discord where we chat on sometimes, and I upload all my VODs up to my YouTube channel. So if you've, like I was talking about Phantasmagoria, if you missed out on that, you could just go on there and you can see them there. Anyways, once again, Show Asimov, thank you very much for the follows today. You all have yourselves a fabulous night, and we will see you all again this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.